So we start with some of the specifications. It's a 198cc single overhead cam, puts out about 17 horsepower, air cooled obviously, 5-speed gearbox, and you can see just the old style exhaust and chrome mudguard. Braking system is a cable operated front disc and a drum at the rear. Fuel tank holds 9.3 litres or just over 2 gallons. It's a 12 volt electrical system with electric and a kickstart. Dual seat there, and as you can see, not much in the way of luxuries, just your speedo tacho, a few idiot lights, that's about it. The frame is a single cradle steel frame and the standard type of swing arm. Telescopic front forks as you see here, and the dual shocks at the back. And you can hear the engine just sounds old tech as it is. The seating position is quite upright, as you can see, easy enough to get your feet on the floor. I'm not particularly tall. And just a little, just to let you see how it takes away. So overall, very old tech, but in my mind, very good looking bike. However, let's get ourselves togged up and take it for a proper run. The first thing to say about this is the seating position is quite comfortable. All the controls are easy to get to, and the seat itself, it's comfortable enough. You're in quite an upright position here, but it suits. We're not doing mega speeds, so you don't really have a problem with the wind blast as in a bigger bike. These kind of roads, great for it because, you know, we've got loads of potholes, really thin, narrow roads. The bike is as light as a feather. Again, it's not earth-shatteringly quick, but that little 200cc, being a single cylinder, it's torquey. You know, it's quite torquey. It's quite fun actually. I quite enjoy riding this wee bike. I mean, I love the bigger bikes, but sometimes it's nice just to jump on a wee lightweight bike and go for a run. You know, and that's what we're doing on this. One thing I have to say about it, that cable operated front disc is not the best, and I know there's some different opinions on it. Some people say, well, when it's set up, when it's set up correctly, it's really good, and other people say it's awful. I think I'm in the camp of it's awful. You really have to think about your braking. Now, I have rebuilt this caliper and put new pads in it. Oh, bumpy. There's new pads in it, so it may just take a little while to bed in. Well, this road, it's more like a trail bike going down here. Yeah, but it's great, isn't it? I mean, a little lightweight bike like this on a road like this is good. I mean, you can tackle. You can't really go much quicker than this. Unless you're sort of looking for an accident. But it's comfortable, it's easy, it's torquey. The back suspension, I mean, the back suspension it's not the greatest either. The front is okay. I mean, I can feel the damping in the front, but the back I can feel it bottoming out a little bit. So maybe a set of better shocks, maybe YSS or something, would make that, improve things a bit. But as it is, it's a bit, you know, I can just feel the back end a little bit soggy. Yeah. So coming up to this junction here, again, I've got to think about the brakes, you know, so that I give plenty of room. I don't know what it would be like if I really had to stop quickly. but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Fuel consumption, I really don't know. The claim is 100 miles to the gallon, or 80 miles to the gallon if we're measuring it in US gallons. So, I mean, I can't really confirm it, but I wouldn't really argue with that either. I would think this wee tiny engine, it should be given about that. I like the way it pulls. I have to say, between, you know, sort of 4 and the revs come up a wee bit, there's a wee kick in it. Again, not earth shattering, but there's a little kick that just pulls you along, and it just feels, at this speed here, it just feels that it would sit at this speed all day. And for some roads that would be fine. Dual carriageway, motorway, oh, I think I would avoid that. I did have thoughts of taking this thing up around the Outer Hebrides. Now the road's up there, perfect for it, but getting up there from here, I have to go up that A9, and that A9 is a long road to sit. Not saying I wouldn't do it, I would do it okay, but it would be uncomfortable. Here we go, more bumps. The other thing is, the guys that are going up there with little cubs and stuff like that, so I mean, maybe I'm just being too pernickety, or maybe I'm just too used to the bigger bikes. It's taken me a while just to get used to the Z200. I feel like that's a small bike compared with the bikes I've usually been riding. But in saying that, small bikes are good fun. They really are good fun. Just throwing a little rucksack on, throwing a couple of things in, and away we go. But yeah, I mean, maintenance wise, these bikes are about 40 years old now, so in the day they were used as commuters. They were never classed as the high flying sexy bikes, you know. They were commuting bikes, and they were reliable enough in their day. But we have to remember the age of them and the maintenance. You know, you've got a point system here, and setting up the timing, and the carburation can be a bit finicky, so you've got to be able to fiddle with them or tinker a little bit just so that you can keep the thing on the road. Simple enough to work on. I mean, very easy to work on. Everything there is easy and it's accessible. It's not like some of the modern things that you've got to remove tons of plastic. But you do have to keep an eye on things, particularly the oil. I would change the oil maybe 1,000, 1,500 miles just to keep on top of it. But good fun, a good fun bike. So there we have it. Nice little bike to ride, easy enough to maintain it. It will require a bit more maintenance than your modern bike, given that it has a points ignition system and a carburetor, and at the moment we're still trying to figure out, we've got a wee flat spot, it misfires occasionally. So this is part of the deal with an older bike. You're going to have these little teething problems. If I was going to rely on this to go to work every day, I think I'd prefer a modern bike with the electronic ignition, possibly fuel injection. Just make things so much simpler, so much easier, and a little bit more reliable. The lights, again, are not great, so riding this in a winter's morning, going to go to your work in a winter's morning, that would maybe be a bit of a struggle as well. But in saying all that, on a nice sunny summer, spring day, on the back roads, using that little torquey engine, great fun. And the other thing is, anywhere I go with this bike, people just stop and want to talk to me about it. if I get into the supermarket and stop, you know, I've got the last 3 times I've been down there, people have approached me and wanted to talk about the bike, so you can clearly see it's an old bike and it is of interest. So if this is the kind of thing you're considering, hopefully I've given you some useful information, the pros and cons of owning a 40-year-old motorcycle. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care, ride safe, bye for now.